from Brooklyn, New York. We'll paint dogs playing poker for food. It's Arts Insight with Andrew Guidoni. Tonight, the musical sounds of Gennaro Kravitz and Mike Lydon. Televangelist by day, male stripper by night, Andrew Guidoni.
Welcome to Arts Insight. I'm Andrew. Here on Arts Insight, we feature some of New York's finest neighborhood talent from all 5 boroughs of New York City. And if you're just joining us, certainly this is the beginning of the show, but if you are joining us, you'll notice this is the shirt I wore from last week.
That's right. Why is that, Andrew? Have you been out all week? Have you been sleeping at the studio? What have you been doing?
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to make rent, so don't tell the folks at BWAC, but I've kind of been sleeping behind the desk here. You know,
Darian's out of coffee.
That's right. But nonetheless, regardless if we dress in black every week until eternity, we've got a great show for you, and I'm proud. You know, our guests tonight are really no strangers to this show, and occasionally we like to invite guests from the past, sort of a blast from the past, because not for nothing, folks, we have 20 years of history bringing you the finest and neighborhood arts from all 5 boroughs of New York City, and I'm proud about that, actually. Certainly they were part of our debut series in 1993, very exciting. And now they've come back to celebrate 20 years of Arts Insight history, 18 years really. But this duo has been offering their unique brand of swing jazz for the last 10 years that they've been together. And the singer is a native Brooklynite from Fort Greene whose career as a jazz singer and entertainer has spanned more than 4 decades, playing places of the likes of the Village Corner and Webster Hall. One of which I believe is sadly closed. The guitarist, who's an accomplished music journalist, author, and writer, is a longtime East Village resident. He's interviewed legends of rock and roll, Motown, jazz, the blues, you name it, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. And speaking of which, he's founding editor of Rolling Stone magazine, one of the founders, and is the author of acclaimed biography, Ray Charles, Man in Music. He's certainly paid his dues on the New York music circuit as well, playing jazz guitar to those who will listen. Together, the sum of these 2 parts equal the great duo of Gennaro Kravitz and Mike Lydon. Please welcome them to the show.
There are songs so sweet, we love to hear their music. Old songs so dear, so true. Songs we sing along, songs we sing along, songs both happy and blue. So this song for you, I want to keep real simple, like songs we've sung since we were young. Then the twinkle in your eye, your smile, sweet surprise, and I want to write a symphony. But I guess I'll keep it simple, just a little song for you from me. this song for you. I I want to keep real simple, like songs we've sung since we were young. Then the twinkle in your eye, your smile, sweet surprise, and I want to write a symphony. But I guess I'll keep it real simple, just a little song for you from me. But I guess I'll keep it simple, just a little song for you from me. Hot off the presses, mind you. So my hands are burning. It's a better song anyway. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Grab these arms, I never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cried. How can I get along without you? You took that part, it used to be my heart. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Grab these arms, I never use them. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cried. How can I get along without you? You took that part, it used to be my heart. Why not take all of me, baby? Why not take all of me? All right, good guy. That was nice. Yeah, that was fun. Blue sky shining on me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing their song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, oh my, how they fly. Blue, nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies, blue skies, blue skies, blue skies. Thank you very much. Too many cigarettes, a glass of flat champagne, your wilted violets, that's Paris in the rain. We crossed the Pont des Arts, a blind man tapped his cane, the river swift and dark, ah, Paris in the rain. How can days become weeks, become months, lost in years? How can love that was true, that was real, disappear? You told me not to cry, you'd write from sunny Spain. Au revoir is not goodbye, ah, Paris in the rain. Too many cigarettes, a glass of flat champagne, your wilted violets, that's Paris in the rain. How can days become weeks, become months, lost in years? How can love that was true, that was real, disappear? You told me not to cry, you'd write from sunny Spain. Au revoir is not goodbye, that's Paris in the rain. Paris in the rain. Paris in the rain. Paris in the rain.
Thank you. Are you ready to keep roll on to the next one?
Bo 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 be bo 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 be bo. Bo 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 be bo 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 be. Bo 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 be bo 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 bo. Bo 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 be bo 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 be bo bo be. Bo 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 be bo 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 bo. Bo 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 be bo 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 bo. Bo 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 be bo 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 be bo bo be. Bo 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 bo. Bo 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 be bo 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 be bo. Bo 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 be bo 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 be bo bo. Bo 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 be. Bo 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 bo. Bo 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 bo. Bo 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 bo. Sometimes words just get in the way.
And now Blue Smoke.
Blue Smoke.
Okay.
This is one of Michael's originals. Wow. Blue smoke, stale joke, a clock that says it's 3:45. Hey Pete, scotch neat, and then don't pour me one drop more. Drip drop, rain stop, sounds just like her crocodile tears. Jukebox, hot fox, come dance away my nagging fears. I don't know how the hell I got here, my friend. Don't know where I'll go when I leave. One thing I've learned in a misspent life is a gal's capacity to deceive. Last song, so long, now I'll really toddle off to bed. Blue smoke, sad joke, life like this is halfway dead. Misspent life is a gal's capacity to deceive. Last song, so long, now I really toddle off to bed. Blue smoke, stale joke, life like this is halfway dead. Life like this is halfway dead. Life like this is halfway dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gennaro Kravitz and Mike Lydon.
Hey.
Thank you guys for being on the program.
You're very welcome.
It's been glorious 18 years since I've had each of you on the show.
18 years?
Wow. Yes.
I don't believe it.
Well, believe it. Time flies. And, well, for the introduction, just the backstory so you folks can appreciate just what this means. Mike and Gennaro, in that order, were guests on my show. Mike was on, I believe, the 4th show we've ever taped, and Gennaro 6. So there's a little bit of history here because Gennaro and Mike formed, you know, I'm not going to call it a band, but sort of a duo.
A duo,
together.
I think 1, 2, that makes a duo.
And they met each other on the show, which is also equally great, I think. So here we are 18 years later. I just thought it would be great to have you guys back on, just to show that, you know, art can endure, community art can endure, and certainly in your cases, you've been a fixture in your community, Mike, for quite a number of years.
Long time, yeah.
For people who need to know a little bit background about who you were and who you are now, why not tell us?
Well, okay. First of all, I'm the handsomest man in the world.
Let's get that out there. That's the first thing that everyone needs to know.
I don't make a big deal out of it, so it's just true. But other than that, I've been a writer and a musician for many years, particularly, and I've written mostly about popular music. My biggest book, I think I did a show with you on it, on a biography of Ray Charles.
Yes, Man in Music.
Ray Charles, Man in Music, that's right.
Very insightful.
And, but since then, I've been writing songs and performing and working with this guy over here. He's the 2nd or 3rd handsomest man. It's a little, but he's very close. He's very close and a very good guy. And we've had a lot of fun making music together, I can tell you that. Wouldn't you say so?
Absolutely. Fun, excitement. It's not work at all.
It isn't work at all.
Wonderful.
We've never had a crossword. We've never had a falling out. None of that stuff. We just get along and make the music and let the chips fall where they may.
That's very unique because I have a crossword with everybody I know.
Well, these guys, you know, they're consummate showmen. So
that's
you
right.
know, what I think is interesting, certainly, if you don't mind telling the folks a little bit about your fixtureness. There goes my grammar.
Fixtureness.
Well, I just coined a new term. In the East Village, you've been a somebody there who's taught many students, I think.
That's right. Well, and my wife, Ellen Mandel, she's a very fine pianist and composer, and we've worked in the East Village now for a long time. Street fairs, churches, clubs, pretty much they call us up and we'll play if we can make the date.
And Gennaro, you've had quite a bit of a long-standing career yourself.
Yes, I'm doing this almost 50 years, and I've done a few things over the course of my lifetime. I want to be a businessman, but I ain't no businessman. So 14 years later, I decided I wasn't a businessman, and I'm a singer. I'm an artist. I'm a true artist. I make art. I sing songs.
And you paint art too.
Yes. Well, I use oil pastel, but yes, same sentiment.
Good.
There's nothing else that I want to do.
Any projects you guys are working on, separately or together?
Well, I want to just say first, thanks to you, Andrew. I mean, you've kept the flag flying on your own show, and it's been a pleasure to watch you grow up and to have your whole thing mature. But you had such a nice glimpse of who and what you wanted to be doing a long time ago, and you've really stayed true it. So
Well,
good
thank
for
you. I
You're our idol.
appreciate that.
That's right.
Thank you. You've seen me grown from a twerp to a bigger twerp. So that's
I wasn't going to say. I was going to say from sort of junior suave to just sort of
To bon vivant.
bon vivant, mais oui.
Whatever that means. Sounds like it means
well,
something.
you guys are complimentary. Thank you very much.
Very well.
Appreciate
Coming
that.
from a couple of goofballs, that's a good compliment, I'll tell you.
Yes. But seriously, are you guys doing anything coming up soon, or that we should?
What do we got?
Well, we've got the Life Cafe
Life
on
Cafe,
10th Street, isn't
10th
it?
Street in the East Village. And I've been working every other Monday at a nice club in the East Village, the Immigrant Wine Bar. Gennaro's going to be stopping by and do some guest slots on that there pretty soon. And what else? Just as a writer, I've been turning some of my books into ebooks and launching them in that whole ebook and print on demand. I've got numerous books that I've self-published or have been published by companies, but I've got the rights back, and I'm looking into doing them in the whole new e-commerce thing, which is a entirely new field, and I'm very, very excited about that.
So if I wanted to find out more about Man and Music, or maybe your interview with the Beatles,
Get your Kindle.
get my Kindle, or,
That's right.
or my iPad, or
Well, it's getting there. How about start looking around the middle of October?
Oh, wow.
yeah, Kindle is cheaper, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's smaller, and you know the thieves won't always be after your bag or anything, you know, because it's.
Kindle or Nook, I don't care. Just read my stuff.
And do you have any Kindle releases?
No, I got a couple of Kindles, but no Kindle.
Okay.
No, I'm working on my fine art at the moment, and just hoping that things come along with the singing and taking it from there. You see, we have our basket filled with the show already. So when the call comes in, we show up and we perform. We just did a party in April for a 60th birthday party at a penthouse out in New Jersey.
Oh, it's a fancy
And
place.
it was a trio. It was Michael and myself and a percussionist.
Yeah.
And they set us up under the staircase going to the second floor of this penthouse. And we fit perfectly, so we'd be out of the way for the party. And we sang and played for 2.5 hours without taking a breather. It was like Muzak. And the people loved it. At the end of the party, the guest of
The host.
The host. There's a word.
That's a word. Host.
Your favorite
H-O-S-T.
Anthony Grammarian. He called me to the side. He said, "You made the party." He said, "You guys made the party. Without you guys, we would have just been a bunch of folks sitting around with hors d'oeuvres in our hand." I said, "Well, if you want to stick around for another hour, we do overtime."
Well, I think you guys made the show. So thank you very much for
Thank you, Andrew.
being on the program. Certainly, both Gennaro and Mike have their own YouTube channels. That's Michael Lydon and Gennaro Kravitz, one word. Not together necessarily, but if you do a search, and I know it because I've done it, and you type in Michael Lydon, you will see Michael Lydon's channel, and the same for Gennaro. If you type in Gennaro Kravitz, you will see Gennaro Kravitz YouTube channel. And it's always a delight to watch them on YouTube, as it is to have them here live and in the flesh. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
You're very
Gennaro Kravitz and Michael Lydon.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. what can I say? Another great show. And certainly if you have questions, comments, or a guest recommendation for our program, feel free to reach us at the Arts Insight Hotline. The number is on your screen right here. Or maybe you want to send us an email instead. Just know our new address. It is artsinsightshow@gmail.com. Question, comments, anything you want to add.
Questions, comments, no criticism.
Yeah, don't comment on Liz's very, very bizarre behavior. We don't need any mail about that. But thank you for watching, and make it a good one. I'll see you next week, and so will Liz.